Argentina is yet again going through a massive crisis. This is building up to be something that could potentially be even worse than what I saw back in 2001. The similarities are all there, all over the place, and the numbers, again, even worse than before. So you're looking at a very, very difficult time in Argentina. 200% inflation, devaluated the currency by 100%, and this is just getting started. There's already the left saying that they will be taking the streets, so there is a very strong chance of violence. But specifically in this video, what I want to talk about is food, the kind of food that you should be stockpiling based on the advice I've given over so many years in surviving the economic collapse as well as street survival skills. What is it that you should be stocking up on? The stuff that you actually consume. I mean, it's great to have emergency preparedness food. This is actually fantastic for bug-out bags, kits, stuff like that, especially given the 20-year expiration date. But what you want to have is a nice supply of this stuff you actually eat, the kind of stuff that your family is happy and content with, and that you know where you buy it, you stock up an important amount of it, and long shelf life of these things is already a given. With dry pasta, that's yerba mate, that would be the equivalent of your teas or your coffee. This stuff is precious right now in Argentina. It's expensive and difficult to come by. Same for this. Oil, sugar, meat. Fresh meat, very expensive, not always available. Canned tuna, this is little by little becoming like gold. And this is the kind of stuff that I've addressed in the channel so many times. It happened in Venezuela, it happened in other places, and the idea is building up a nice supply of food will get you through the rough patches. Now in Argentina, they're talking about 6 months, 1 year, maybe a little bit more. Will you have the endurance to go through that? Well, if you have a good amount of food already stored, then you will have, especially times in which you have an adjustment period, given how extreme the measures that libertarian President Javier Milei has taken. This should be a shock moment in which, yes, things are terrible for a while, and at the same time, the market balances itself. The stores cannot sell at ridiculous prices because people just cannot afford them. So things will be adjusting. That is something that gives us a little bit of hope. But during this period of time, this safety net, this cushion of stocked up food helps you a great deal. And even stuff like these are alfajores. If you don't know what these are, man, you probably want to find and try these out. But I have the box, well, because we actually like these are pretty good, but because one of these alfajores goes for like a couple dollars right now in Argentina. It is insane. Each one of these guys, a couple dollars. It is even more expensive than what it usually costs abroad. And the same goes for a number of these things, because there's speculation, there's people just trying to get a little bit of an upper hand just in case things even get even worse, and so on. But the point is, you want to cover your bases. First of all, long shelf life. Food that is canned or dry food, dry pasta, things that have at least a year or more of expiration date. You want to have things that your family is used to consuming, not some weird ass stuff that your family never tried. And the first time you open one of those cans that cost $50 or whatever the hell it is, your kids go, "Oh, Dad, this sucks." No, buy the stuff we eat a lot of these. These are the Checo, these are nice Italian pasta. Yeah, much better than the crap you usually find in most places. But we use a lot of that. I like mate as well. And the same goes for other things. In terms of fresh meat, in our household, we pretty much have fresh meat all the time, but we also use quite a bit of tuna. So alternatives of, yes, the kind of meat we honestly don't consume very often. The kind of meat, yeah, every once in a while, tuna goes into some of our food. But this is the kind of stuff you can stock up on, and you will have meat, protein, carbs, pasta, sugar, oil, chocolate, the typical things that you see that quickly go missing when things get rough. those are the things you want to stock up on. Now, my family is different from yours. You probably don't even drink mate, which is that's a shame. But maybe for you it's coffee. I mean, we drink coffee daily. Every morning I have coffee, and then maybe mate during the day. But have your coffee, have your tea, stock up on these things, find alternatives that have a long shelf life, and buy those before you need them. Now, how much do you need? Well, if it's a snowstorm, maybe with a week of food, you're just fine. Now, when Javier Milei says the country's going to be going through hell for at least 6 months to a year, well, maybe 6 months worth of food is probably something you wish you had right now. I can promise you that everyone in Argentina wish they had a year worth of food. This is why you watch this channel. This is why you appreciate the kind of content that I do here, because it just puts a face to all of the things you probably heard so many times, but now you actually see millions of people that find themselves going through just that situation, in which all of the preparations, all of the preparedness that you knew about for some time is coming into play in a very important manner. Folks, that's gonna be all for now. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and again, if you want to learn from this experience that I went through as well, and now Argentina is going yet through again, Surviving the Economic Collapse, Street Survival Skills. This is my best way of transmitting the knowledge I've acquired over the years into a form that you can use yourselves. See you next time.